Warriors, September 7th is a critical date. You're going to want to follow all the way to the end. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now, everything is coming to a head, Warriors. Today is a special date. So I'm going to share with you at the end, I'm going to break it down historically why it's such a special date. But what we need to do, Warriors, is we need to prepare for a financial collapse. Not trying to fudge you or get you scared, but Warriors, history does not repeat itself. It often rhymes. Also, human behavior, okay? So we're in an overvalued stock market. Quantitative easing is through the roof, more than in history. You have America who's at its debt ceiling right now. It's a dangerous time in the economy. So think about that. We have zombie companies that are worth a bunch of money that have not put any GDP into the system. So we're in a very critical time. And so every single Monday, 9 a.m., Ken Mack and I are going to bring you the financial education show. But throughout the weeks, I'm going to bring these videos to you just to open up your mind. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. So this is for entertainment. This is to share with you what I've been researching, and I'm teaching you how to fish. So first, we're going to watch a video from Klaus Schwab. Then we're going to look at The Economist magazine. And at the end, we're going to look at some critical dates that start today. Okay, so let's watch this first video and see what they're saying out here in the marketplace.
The increased debt level. We spend about 10 trillion worldwide to deal with the short-term negative effects of the pandemics. But we should be aware.
So he mentions the debt level, key word.
Well, we are just increasing our debt situation. And we were already very much debt loaded before we went into the crisis. So how to get at the end out of this debt situation is still a big question mark. Second.
So he just said, before the crisis, we were in a high debt situation. Okay. In the crisis, the debt went through the roof for most countries. So what do you think the pandemic is all about? They're trying to find a way to get out of the debt crisis. And I'm going to share with you what I think they're doing.
We know that there's quite some impact on different industries. We know that certainly the health industry, the digital industry will go out of this crisis strengthened. But we know that many industries which rely particularly on physical interaction will have difficulties to survive.
So the companies that rely on physical interaction, retail, right? Remember, 40% of the middle class are going to get wiped out within the next 10 years. They're letting you know we're going to an economy leveraged towards technology. Listen to what he says about education.
Finally, I just would add, I think this is an opportunity again to find solutions which are beneficial for the next generation. So why not to tie government aid to the green economy which we have to create? Why?
Okay, so he said, why not tie government aid? So if you want government aid, it's going to be tied to the Paris deal, the green economy.
Why not to make sure that we revolutionize, digitalize particularly our educational system? So we are here, when we talk about the Great Reset, to talk also about innovation. How can we do things differently from what we used to do? And if we speak about differently, it means also how can we do it to make sure that a majority of people are benefiting from it and not just a minority.
So how can you do it? You get people to look this way. You lock them in their houses. You get them on Zoom calls. You turn them into school teachers at home working through Zoom. You get them to use the digital wallets in their banks. You put so much stress on the banks that they have to switch into this new digital age. You create a blockchain that everybody needs to work on. You have a voting narrative where people start to vote on the blockchain. So let's dive a little bit deeper into numbers, Warriors. Okay, so if we take a look at the Rothschilds, right? So the Rothschilds, are a very powerful family. Would you agree? Okay. Now, when I say Rothschilds, it's probably going to put a little thing underneath my video here, which is that's how powerful they are. Okay. So I want you to understand something. Economist magazine has been around for a very, very long time, and they kind of predict where we're heading in the future, right? So the Rothschilds close in on the Economist, right? If you don't know, they are part owners of the Economist magazine. So the Angel of the Rothschild family will share control of the Economist after buying out Pearson's 50% stake in the magazine, according to Pearson's familiar with the sales negotiation. A deal is expected to finalize this week that will prevent this esteemed magazine from being controlled by a single shareholder. Pearson has owned half of the Economist magazine since 1957, but is selling its holding to concentrate on its core education business. It is expected to get over 400 million, that'd be euros, sorry, and 500 million. Okay, this was back in 2015. Okay, now take a look at this. I know we dove back into this. We want to revisit this for people who are new to my channel. The Economist magazine, I think this is 1988. Don't quote me on it. So the 1988 Economist magazine, it says, get ready for a world currency. This has 2018 right here, okay? Get ready for a world currency. In 2019, they suspended the debt ceiling. In 2019, they were already preparing for a recession. And then we went into 2020. We know the rest is history. If you look at the cover of the Economist magazine down here, you're going to see cash burning. You're going to see the digital yuan. You're going to see the cash as well. And it says right here, investment banks pull back, right? This is powerful stuff. So get ready for a new economy. You got the phoenix rising from the ashen, where a lot of us said that could be XRP. That's what that represents. Okay, so that's the Economist magazine in 1988. Okay, numbers are very, very important. Okay, I highly recommend you go check Waters Above Crypto. If you look at this here, so this is the Economist magazine in 1988, and 33 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days later, they put out this cover, GovCoins, the digital currencies that will transform finance. Look at that, Warriors. It says why Warren Buffett should let go, time to recognize Solomon Land, rise of the creator economy. This is really important. Rise of the creator economy. That's what I'm teaching in my Uncommon 1%, is creators are creative. It's a creation economy. Hotels to Airbnbs, taxis to Ubers. You know, everything is changing, Warriors. People used to have a pizza delivery driver. Now, random person delivers your pizza to you. So think about this. So numbers matter. 33 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, they put this magazine cover out. Now, why is this important? I showed you the video with Klaus Schwab, who is the head of the World Economic Forum. He started the World Economic Forum in 1971. We detached from the gold standard in 1971, August, and the Rothschilds are actually partners of the World Economic Forum. Okay, Edmund Rothschild. So they are partners in the World Economic Forum. Now, I want to show you something really, really powerful. If you understand the elites always talking about not letting a good pandemic go to waste. They always say that, okay? So I'm going to show you a video really quickly, and I want you to listen to what they say. This is the Rothschilds speaking at their manor. Okay, listen to what they say. Very important.
And in a way, Corona has slightly, I'm afraid, eclipsed the importance of this conversation. No one's saying Corona isn't incredibly devastating, but actually we do need to think long term about the planet.
Yeah, and it's a distraction. Well, more than a distraction, it's a tragedy.
It's a distraction. It's a distraction. You heard it from the horse's mouth, okay? So they are partners with the World Economic Forum. Okay, now let's take a look at this really quickly. Now, one of my favorite books, and one of the Warriors sent this to me. Gosh, I should have given them credit. I don't have their name on here. But one of the Warriors sent this into my Instagram chat. So if you're the one that sent this to me, comment below. One of my favorite books is Think and Grow Rich. So there's 13 principles in there that I live by, and it's changed my life. Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and Richest Man in Babylon a year and a half ago changed my life, and it made me stop going broke and learn how to invest in assets. And through that, you know, now I'm building generational wealth with Ken Mack. So one thing I want to share with you guys is a part in the book right here. Now, this is really, really important. Listen to what this chapter says. Never, and this is going to go into the next dates, never in history of America has there been such a great opportunity for practical dreamers as now exist. The 6-year economic collapse has reduced all men substantially to the same level. This was in the Great Depression. A new race is about to run. The stakes represent a huge fortunes, which will be accumulated within the next 10 years. The rules of the race have changed because now live in a changed world that definitely favors the masses. Those who had to build little or no opportunity to win under the conditions existing during the Depression, when fear paralyzed growth and development. We who are in this race for riches should be encouraged to know that this change in the world in which we live is demanding new ideas, new ways of doing things, new leaders, new inventions, new methods of teaching, new methods of marketing, new books, new literature, new features for the radio, new ideas for the moving pictures. Back to all of this demands of a new, a better things. There is one quality which must possess to win, and that's a definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants and burning desire to possess it. Think about this, warriors. I'm about to show you the dates of the most important date today. This is in 1929. It happens about every 6 years. Into the 7th year, we go into a financial collapse. Okay, it's called the Shemitah, which Waters Above Crypto, check out his channel, brought this to my attention. Okay, I was in banking. I didn't even know the Shemitah was part of this, but every 7 years, we have some sort of pullback financially. And I want you to think about where we're at, okay? Overvalued stock market, quantitative easing through the roof, that's money printing, right? We have a debt ceiling that's at 28 trillion and it should be at 22 trillion. We have companies who are valued at billions of dollars that put no GDP into the system. We have a negative debt to income ratio in America, and most countries are struggling to stay afloat. We have countries like Venezuela that have collapsed, are now using cryptocurrency. We have 2 other countries that have announced that they're going to start legalizing cryptocurrency within their country. Warriors, you think about this, the innovation, the teaching. What I'm teaching in my Uncommon 1% is it's a new education system. People like me who are providing programs to educate people on the trials and tribulations I went through. It's a new education system. It's time to be innovative. It's time to grow. And this is the time to take risk, warriors. Not financial advice, but this is the time to take risk. Okay, let's take a look at the special date here. So the Shemitah, I do want to give credit again to Waters Above Crypto, so bring this to my attention. September 7th. Okay, September 7th, 2021. We've been waiting for this date. So we woke up today, and today is the start of the Shemitah. So from my knowledge on it, and I'm not an expert on the Shemitah, but basically what happens about every 7 years, it's a Jewish tradition. Every 7 years, it's like letting go, right? The letting go is the Shemitah. So it's also called the sabbatical. Year occurs every 7th September or October. The story behind the Shemitah is the 7th year of the year of resting and releasing. The year stands for debt forgiveness to break debt cycles. This is so important. Let me read that again. The year of the Shemitah means letting go. Also called the sabbatical year, occurs every 7th of October or 7th September, October. The story behind the Shemitah is that the 7th year is the year of resting and releasing. The year also stands for debt forgiveness to break debt cycles. Think about where America is at right now. They come back from summer session in October 1st, and they have to meet about the debt ceiling, right? But check this out. These are the dates, and specifically right now in 2021 to 2022 is the year of the Shemitah, the 8th Jubilee for the U.S., a world drowning in debt. The stock market has been inflated and on a artificial bull run for several years now. Trillions of dollars in government debt handed out to spend zero interest rates have inflated all assets. Asset values are due for massive correction, and the Shemitah seems to be the time of debt forgiveness, okay? Now, this shows all the dates right here. You can pause the video and take a look at it, right? 2007 to 2008. On the last day of the Shemitah year, September 29th, the stock market dropped a record 777 points. Is that by design, right? If you look at 2000 to 2001, 9/11 markets open final day of the Shemitah, September 17th, the stock market fell 700 points. 2014 to 2015, the year of Shemitah, was a correction, the Greek EU bailout. And then right now, 2021, the date starts today. It goes till September 22nd, 2022. So this could happen anytime throughout the next year. So I want you to think about this for just a moment, warriors. These dates are very, very critical. You can choose to believe this or not. Okay, but I want you to think about this. Think about where we're at historically. History does not repeat itself. It often rhymes. And so we're in a debt-based economy, right? We're stuck in a debt-based cycle. The only thing they can do is continue to raise the debt ceiling. The only thing they do is continue to print money to buy the bonds to keep giving you the money, right? It's just a vicious cycle that they're stuck in. So they're stuck in this Ponzi scheme. And guess who doesn't benefit from it? You. And guess who's going to suffer? You. Unless you wake up to exactly what they're doing, Warriors. The elites, the billionaires, multimillionaires are moving to assets. They're not sitting on cash. When this stimulus comes in for them, because it comes to the top all the way down, they're putting it into assets. Would you be putting your money into an overvalued stock market? Not financial advice. I'm not putting my money into an overvalued stock market. I'm focusing on assets, right? I think cryptocurrency is a very speculative asset, but I'm invested in it because of the price appreciation and the fundamentals that it's going to change the world. I have a broad portfolio of NFTs. I have my cryptocurrencies, right? Currencies, and we also have the DeFi tokens, right? A broad portfolio focused on what is going to change the world. But I also have a very strict exit strategy because I know this parabolic move is going to come crashing back down. What I've learned through wise counsel is about once it gets to its top price, it's going to pull back probably 80 to 90% in the bear market. And that's when we made all our money before. That's how I built my portfolio. So what we're teaching our warriors is exit strategy, really breaking, and forget cryptocurrency, is breaking your mind into a new awareness. That's why I brought Ken Mack on board with the Ken Mack Show, to open up your mind to a whole new awareness of generational wealth. Because it's not about how much money you make in the bull run. It's how much do you retain, and how do you take that retained money and multiply it? Because those are the people that are going to become wealthy. Because a lot of people are going to get rich during this bull run, but they're just going to be like a lottery winner. They're going to blow all the money, and within a couple months, it's going to be gone. Or you can set it and forget. There's different types of investors, warriors, but this is a critical time in history. We're going to come back to this video a year from now, and you'll be like, wow, I should have activated. There's many things you can do. I have multiple warriors that have jobs and don't have extra money, but are driving Lyft, taking that money and just throwaway money and put it into the crypto space, and it's completely changed their life. Now, you have to make the right decision for your family. But the question I want to ask you is, are you tired of being just over broke? Are you tired of being relying on clocking in and clocking out? Are you tired of having to wait for a vacation just to have some peace? Are you tired of looking at your clock every single day just to hope that you can get off work early, or fighting for it not to be Monday because Sunday rolls around, you get that sick stomach? Why do you think Americans are so sick right now? Why do you think people in the just over broke system are so stressed? Your relationship's not broken. You're stressed about your job. You hate your job. You hate what you're doing. You went to school and got a $150,000 education to make $30,000 a year. And I'm not talking about doctors and lawyers with specialty degrees. I'm talking about our education system being completely broken, warriors. Think about that. Once the government got involved in our education system, education went through the roof. Education should be free. It's knowledge, warriors. But think about that for just a moment. A paradigm shift is happening. And if you stay stuck in the old paradigm, or spiritually, if you're religious, spiritually, non-religious, there is an awakening happening. I think we can all feel it, warriors. And it's uncomfortable if you're not paying attention. So warriors, as you look this way, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. So that's what we created. Our Warrior Academy is down below. You can join our free Facebook group, our free Discord. But our Warrior Academy is a community of people. Cryptocurrencies calls, access to my portfolio, access to the exit strategy. You can fill out yourself. You can ask questions in the academy. But take all that out. I help you get your shit together with my 120-day challenge. Subconscious mind programming, goal setting, habit stacking, workout, nutrition. You're going to go through a 120-day challenge to align so that you can make better decisions, warriors. This is a critical time in history. That's why I'm bringing you all these people and information to open up your mind. I'm not asking you to believe a word I say. I'm just asking you to turn your head a little bit and understand that who controls the money, controls the information, controls the people. As we always say, warriors, rise, Geist, get your shit together. Let's go.